Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing how I track my sleep using my Apple Watch using an app called AutoSleep. So I didn't really start tracking my sleep until pretty recently in the past 2 years. And the reason I didn't start sooner was because I could never really fall asleep with something on my wrist. But I was influenced by my girlfriend to purchase a Fitbit Inspired 2. And as you can see, it's pretty skinny and slim. So it was a pretty good gateway into getting used to have something on my wrist while I fell asleep. The native Fitbit app provided pretty extensive sleep data, including your sleep score, your sleep cycles, your heartbeat rate, and many more. So when I switched over to my Apple Watch, I knew that I wanted something that would provide as much data as Fitbit did, if not more. And after doing some research, I found this app called AutoSleep, and it's been a great app for me to track my sleep on my Apple Watch so far. So you can currently purchase the AutoSleep app on the App Store for $5.99. And one of the best things about this app is that there are no additional costs after you pay the $5.99 fee. So no subscription fees, no in-app purchases. So once you buy the app, you fully own the app. And I feel like with so many subscriptions out there nowadays, it's a fresh breath of air to have something completely your own. As far as the tracking goes, I make sure that I have more than 15 to 20% left on my Apple Watch before I go to bed because I noticed that it drains about 10 to 15% once you're asleep. And I feel like that's quite a bit of battery, but that's a whole different conversation for another day. If you like to track how long it takes for you to actually fall asleep on top of your regular sleep data, you're able to utilize the lights off feature, which you can activate by Siri, the Shortcuts app, or your watch. I personally use a Shortcuts app in order to turn on the lights off feature, but most of the time I forget about it before I fall asleep, so I don't really get to track the data, but I still think it's a pretty neat feature for people who'd like to sleep that kind of data. All right, let me walk you through the app and show you what kind of data the app can provide. All right, so I have my phone pulled out here. Let me launch the AutoSleep app and show you what I use on a daily basis. So I use the top 4 things on here. So the first here is the amount of sleep you got, 7 hours and 54 minutes yesterday, which is pretty good. And in the middle here is your sleep session chart, and essentially divides how your sleep went based on your deep sleep, still, light sleep, as well as when you were awake. The next section I use is time asleep, and this one's pretty straightforward. So the outer ring here just represents how much sleep you got compared to the default 8 hours. So you can see that I just missed it by 6 minutes to fill the ring. But what I want to focus my time on here is the sleep bank. So if I click on the sleep bank, which was the inner circle there, essentially think of this as your credit card balance, but for your sleep hours. So when you get less than 8 hours of sleep, you'll accrue some sleep debt based on how little sleep you got. And when you get more than 8 hours of sleep, you'll get sleep credit. And the goal here is to really be close to that 0% line as consistently as possible by getting 8 hours of sleep every night. The last section here is a sleep rating. And it's pretty straightforward. It gives you a score based out of 100 based on your sleep hours, quality of sleep, deep sleep, as well as your heart rate. This is another way the app gamifies your sleep data, and most days, I will admit, I let my sleep rating dictate if I should feel good or not from my sleep instead of checking in with my own body. So I could see how this could be a little bit unhealthy relying on the sleep rating data, but regardless, the data is there for you. You can also check all your data history, categorized by specific data such as sleep rating, quality sleep, when you're in bed, and many more, if you want to have more of a bird's eye view of your sleep. Lastly, there's also an Apple Watch app that you can use to see a high-level sleep data, and it's a nice touch, but I personally don't use it too much as I usually check it daily in the mornings on my phone. Overall, tracking my sleep using the AutoSleep app has helped me gain insights into my sleep patterns, and also help me make better informed decisions on when I should go to bed, when I should wake up, or when I should take a nap. Like I mentioned, it does cost you $4.99 upfront to purchase the app, but I think the amount of data you get and also the fact that you don't have to pay any monthly subscription fee definitely makes up for that. So if anyone's looking to track their sleep and has an Apple Watch, I'd definitely recommend using the AutoSleep app. Let me know in the comments what app or gadget you use to track your sleep. I'd love to know. And as always, thank you for watching.